I don't care if you've been romancing fictional characters all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Time Defending. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, family, with all the nuggets of dank shit. On my left, oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show naysayers.
True. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on the threes, four Chronos.
Oppression does not always grant empathy. So, pro tip.
Last but not least, got your boy Blue.
The letter for today is B, as in your badass Blue.
All right. Back up in here once more. I see the little YouTube notification. What we starting off statistically with?
Statistics is listener of the week. Oh, everything is like fucking weird. SoundCloud like changed their stuff up, so now it's weird to like get the stuff. Get off my lawn. Just saying. Steve, once again, Steve, thank you very much. Zor, he's our listener of the week, and we actually caught up, and I messaged him back in the same lunar cycle. It was awesome. Because last time I've been very late to like respond to him lately, but I made sure.
Don't be leaving Steve on red, man. Don't be leaving him on red anymore, man.
Not bad. I feel bad, but yeah. So now he's got to respond to me. So yeah. All right, and first in the chat would be I gotta pull up the stuff. Click all the buttons. It would be my daughter. Awesome. She
all
said,
right.
hello there, Obi-Wan. So. What's the Obi-Wan thing going? What's happening here? And Domino. What's going on? Domino?
Oh, and Domino too. We about to get in it. All right.
I feel like I need to play Ghost of Tsushima with you guys because you keep bringing it up in the Discord. I keep
Discord
fucking forgetting.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm playing Black Myth.
Wait, Black Panther?
Black Myth. Wukong.
Oh, Black Myth.
Black Myth.
Yeah. Black Lisp.
Dude, I got the African sheen going right now. Ooh, I'm glossy, like a donut over here. Right now, it's gross.
What?
You greasy mother. No, just shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
it's hot in the Bay Area.
All that Vaseline on your face.
Ew.
Can we take a minute? Hold on, before we go to like the RPs. I'm sorry. I just gotta remember back in the day. I'm actually putting Vaseline on our bodies. It was literally fucking petroleum. Like we're putting gasoline on our fucking faces. Like that shit that you put to like make napalm. It's like, and that was just told. And it even smelled fucking weird. We all knew when we put it on. Shit fucking smelled weird. It was like literally gas, like a form of gasoline on our bodies for lubrication. Like who the fuck wanted to be ashy?
Nobody wanted to be called ashy. No.
We gave children pencils with actual real lead in it, knowing lead is toxic.
Yeah, and the paints and the gasolines, and I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was probably lead in old Vaseline too, because there was lead in gas. So but actually, maybe not. Because the lead in gas was to make it the higher octane, but still probably.
I mean, but we've known since the time of the ancient Romans that lead is toxic, maybe even prior to that.
Yeah.
Good times.
It's funny. I was listening to a podcast. This is totally sidetracking, but they were talking about how like when the Europeans came here and were eating tomatoes, they thought tomatoes were poisonous because like they were getting sick and dying, but it turned out they were eating tomatoes on top of lead, like silverware, like plates and stuff like that, and the acid in the tomato was leaching out the lead, which was causing them to get poisoning and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just thought that was fucking crazy and funny.
So on top of that, so apparently the seeds of tomatoes can fuck up your stomach. So if you have like I forgot, it's like an acid. It gives an acid to your stomach. So if you cannot handle the acid, you'll actually get very sick if you eat the seeds of a tomato. So
I just realized I'm fucking dumb. Vaseline is literally just gasoline with a different fucking letter in the front of it, and like, it's literally, how the fuck did they sell this?
It's been around. It's been around since 1870.
Wait, you keep saying past tense. Don't they still sell it?
Yes, they still sell it. Like it's literally petroleum jelly. It's petroleum jelly. That's fucking gas.
Dude, they actually make it like baby rash cream. It's just fucking petroleum jelly.
Bruh.
Like it says petroleum jelly on the packaging.
FDA approved as an over-the-counter skin protectant, and it remains widely used in cosmetic skincare and loosely referred to as mineral oil.
The one that gets me to this fucking day is fucking baby powder was fucking carcinogen and toxic as fuck.
Yeah,
and
back in the day,
you couldn't put it on a more sensitive person, like a newborn infant. You know what I mean? And decade after decade after decade after decade, people are putting, baby powder. Don't want to get a diaper rash. Meanwhile, inhale this fucking toxic fucking gas for your infant.
Basically,
well, that and
that's what's going on.
The multiple things of like baby food having like lead and shit in it. It's like, okay, listen, this is like kind of if you're gonna have a kid, what's his name? Is probably in the chat. He's probably gonna be here at some point. The fuck's his name? He's about to have a kid. Hobby.
Oh, B-boy.
Hobby.
Oh, you're talking about Hobby?
Yes.
Hobby. B-boy.
Hobby. Just make your own baby food. It's not fucking hard. Like you fucking steam some vegetables, toss it into a fucking blender, and put it in some. You know, if you want to get like some special, I can send you like the baby thing that you want to make it like kind of cooler, but you can put it in like a normal fucking blender after you steamed it. Add in some like avocado oil or something like that to like make it smoother, and put it in a container. That way you know every fucking ingredient that's in that thing. So,
dude, for Bash, dude, we never bought baby food. It was always like cooked food, and it's super easy. I mean, you're not making like a gourmet meal for your kid. Like you're steaming like some sweet potatoes, some peas, some chicken here and there.
Some shit, yeah.
Just all you doing is fucking making him a smoothie, blending it up, and you would like add a little bit of the mommy's milk into it too. So that really helps them with their digestive system and everything. So yeah, baby food is way overpriced.
Yeah, and potentially lethal. So yeah.
Even applesauce is easy to make. You just boil apples and smash them up, and that's it.
Yeah. That's really it. And for the most part, also, like if your kids age where they can handle solid food-ish, just give them some of your food that's like, simplistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cut it up real fine, mash it up a little bit if you need to, but they can handle corn, they can handle sweet potatoes, they can handle broccoli, Shit. Anyway, pieces of chicken sometimes, and they'll let you know if it's too much for them. They'll just gum it up and then they'll be like, spit it out and hand it over
back to you. Yeah. this is yours.
I'll throw it at you.
Again. Anyway.
Yeah, I actually got this book called Baby-Led Weaning, and basically it's a bunch of like family-friendly recipes that the kids can enjoy too. And there's like, I don't know, it's probably like 10 recipes in there that's like on rotation in our house. That's really good. And it's like legit, like seriously really good.
What the fuck?
I will say this, it is hilarious. Not that I did this, but it is fucking hilarious when you see a kid try a fucking jalapeno or a pepper for the first time. They're all fucking excited. They take a big ass bite in it. And they're just like, what the fuck did you poison me with?
So
trying to spit it out fast enough.
But some kids don't. So first, I'll say two things. First, some kids don't care. And then second, it's usually like the response from the parents that like will lead them in their later life. Like this is what the common fuck up what parents do with kids is like they'll give them something spicy and be like, oh, this is spicy. Like don't do that. Just let them figure it out if it's too spicy or not. Like we used to give Riley like lemons and shit, and she would just fucking eat them. Like she didn't care. And like we would give her oranges, and she would.
Yep.
This fucking kid would eat oranges with the rind still on, and I was just like,
oh,
I guess extra fiber. So whatever, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bash used to eat the whole apple, like everything, the stem, everything. But it's like
be careful with the seeds though.
God damn.
The seeds you definitely gotta be careful with because they're toxic.
Yeah.
But usually he would just eat the whole apple. Now he'll get to the core and be like, okay, here you go, I'm done. Like I'm not sure maybe he see me eating it, not eating the whole core, or I don't know, something triggered in his mind where like I can't eat all this anymore.
All right, so the parenting tips from
BthanBTI.
There you go.
Yeah, now to death.
Exactly.
I mean, we could keep it going. So there was an RIP, but I got a new job, so I've been studying.
Oh,
so I wasn't on the ball.
Where are you working now?
what strip club you at now?
Wait, what?
What strip club you at now?
I'm on the row now. So there you go. So the row, for those of you who live in the Bay Area, known as the Santana Row. So now I work over there. So
nice.
There you go.
Where are you working at? Like what? Just another restaurant?
Yeah, it's another spot. So
LB Steak?
No, not LB Steakhouse.
Everything there is high end.
Yeah, it's a high end spot, but I'd rather not narrow it down because it's the public place. So
that's fine. Yeah, tell us later. More pay. I hope. Did you get pay?
I just barely started. I'm still going through learning everything. So yeah, literally onboarding was like the second day, like all day. So I got more to go through over the weekend, partially, but I'll get to it later. But yes, I just started, so I got sidetracked and I realized that I missed because it was a pretty hefty one. But I'll just add it to next week. I was like super trying to be into these ingredients and shit, but then y'all got me fucked up because now I'm in this petroleum jelly fucking rabbit hole. I'm
petroleum slide.
No, because I'm looking at there's multiple fucking properties and it's been used for a long fucking time. What is it? 1273 by Marco Polo. He discovered the fucking uses of this shit. He treated maize. I believe maize is like a type of fucking
like a
dog. Yeah, it's your hairy motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, no, they showed. I'm looking at a human elbow with maize. This looks kind of gnarly, but they use a form of petroleum jelly. I mean, they use it's called Baku oil from camels, and it's fucking crazy. This shit's used. Yeah, this shit's used for skincare, preventing moisture loss. So they use it on dogs. To use on dogs' paws to moisturize their paws. I'm like, it's fucking jelly though. It uses lubrication. This one's funny. It's just finishing. I'm like, oh, I bet you a lot of people do use petroleum jelly to finish.
A lot of boys do.
Yeah.
You go too fast, light your dick on fire. I'm just saying because it's petroleum jelly.
So apparently, it's kind of in order to get it to combust, you need you need a reactant, which is not, and a blasting cap, and you can make an explosive. Apparently,
it's kind of how you make napalm, but
yeah, but you need two more ingredients to make it, and you need a certain ratio to make it explode, and you're not going to be able to get it without a type of license, apparently. So there you go.
We are not endorsing the making of any type of explosives.
We're not.
ATF do not invade our houses, please.
No, you're not gonna. So I'm not giving what the reactant you need, and there's it's literally two different ingredients, but you're not gonna be able to get it over the counter at all. So, but just it's funny because the finishing, you can use it to protect wood. What the fuck?
I mean,
well, I guess so.
It does protect wood. I'm just saying. That's why you got 80-year-old man with fucking 20-year-old dicks. I'm just saying.
Yes, but you can use it. You can also use it on leather. So yeah, I guess that's true. Bicycle seats, boots, motorcycle clothing, and you can shine leather boots with petroleum fucking jelly. What the fuck?
Just think about what you just said. All those things you can use it for.
I know.
And for some reason, it's acceptable to put on your skin. No other product could you have used for that many things and then be okay with putting it on your skin.
It's used. It's the first product is literally all skincare, and it's 1, 2, 3 big ass fucking uses, especially for chafing. So this one I knew about. I knew people if you're a runner, you would use Vaseline or petroleum jelly on your nipples to keep them from chafing, because apparently running for long periods of time, that can fucking hurt and burn your skin potentially. So using petroleum jelly prevents that shit.
Stop wearing cotton shirts when you're on a long run. Just saying.
Yeah. Or don't wear a shirt. Let them hang. Let them fly out.
Chested. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Set them free.
The weirdest thing you mentioned, with the whole running and chafing thing, I automatically go to crotch chafing or underarm chafing.
Oh no!
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
Those are the areas.
You can also use petroleum jelly to prevent that as well. It's literally the next paragraph.
Yeah.
Apparently, wrestlers and footballers use it to prevent chafing on their nuts and with their underarm area. This is the groin area, and yeah.
What's the hair gel that you put in, or not hair gel, but the hair grease that you use?
Murray's?
Cream in nature.
Yeah, but what is it? What is that? It's that's something. I can't think of what it's called. Is it
Pomade?
Pomade, yeah.
Pomade.
Soul Glow.
So glow.
What
So
is
glad it's not
pomade
good for
made
you.
of? That's like petroleum jelly with like
It's
a
super
hint
thick.
of
Yeah.
Oh
coconut.
Oh
So-
shit. Hey, real quick, Papa Bear, I feel for you. Hopefully you're staying safe. He says his whole family has COVID, so
Ooh, the
I
Rona.
hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all staying safe. So basically, quarantine. I guess there's a COVID medicine now that can help you get over it faster. I didn't even fucking know, but it helped. It helped my stepdad because he had it and he's like semi-immunocompromised, but he was over it within like 4 days.
There's a couple of them. It's
He
like
had the medication.
remdesivir. There's a few, but I mean,
Yeah,
the
I had
latest
no idea.
the latest strain is like not as bad for most people. Like I got it, a month or so ago.
I got it in December.
Yeah. It's still around, y'all. So
Oh, it ain't going away.
yeah.
Yeah, it
So-
ain't going nowhere. Go ahead.
So it depends on what brand you get. Some pomades are just petroleum jelly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it tells you
Some of it has like bear fat and lard, and there's like beeswax.
And lanolin, not the aloe vera bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
I
Fucking
fucking
oh,
love
Ninja
that
got
movie.
it.
I love that because I've seen that movie 11 times. It's so stupid, but it's so fucking brilliant at
That
the
is a good
same
movie.
fucking time.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's the final movie that Avery Brooks ever starred in. Like I've never seen him in anything else after
What
that
movie are
movie.
you talking? Right? Did you quote?
It's called The Big Hit.
Yeah.
Where it has like a fucking all-star fucking
It's with
cast.
Evil Dave Chappelle's in it.
Evil Keem Woodbine.
Oh
He's in
shit!
it.
Oh
We got
shit!
fucking snitcher in the house.
Oh shit!
What is happening
Hey.
here? Hey, what's going on?
Oh, can you guys
Oh
hear me?
shit.
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
You
you.
hear like Voltron.
Okay.
We were just talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
how Vaseline is probably fucking terrible for the human race, but yeah.
And you shouldn't use the Vaseline that still has pubes in it. Never use that.
No, never do
That's
that.
That's
Or
bad.
flies.
All bad.
If it's in flies or pubes, don't use it.
Oh no.
Oh
I
god.
don't care how desperate you is.
Leave all of that alone.
How did we start
Oh.
this way?
I don't know.
I don't know. We went from baby food to booty jelly, but that's all right.
Oh yeah. I was like, how did we
Well,
transition to this?
Multi jelly, but still, it is what it is. God dang.
Yeah, it is what it is. There was a whole bunch of gaming fucking news. Can we start with some of that? God damn it!
Yeah. What you
Or
want?
actually,
What you want to
Stitch, you haven't been on here since forever, man. How you been?
I'm
Let's start with that.
doing good. Dealing with the being single parent for this week. Lilo's
shit.
out of town. She's got a court trial in SF that she's dealing with. So instead of commuting back and forth, she stayed in SF for the city.
Did she fucking catch a case, bro?
Oh damn.
No, just a bunch of legal stuff
I got
that has to get handled in like federal court. So instead of commuting from where I live to San Jose
That's a commute.
and then to like San Francisco, because
Yeah.
that's where they're having the federal stuff at, she figured she would just stay there for the week. So I've been bringing Storm back and forth to daycare in school. Yeah, school, and then like aftercare and stuff like that, which is a trip.
It's a weird transition.
We got through the whole the terrible 2 phase really well, but now that she's going to school, she wants to be more independent and do everything by herself. So I spent about 20 minutes because she takes like a little sleep gummy at night or whatever. She wants to get the sleep gummy, and the sleep gummies are in a childproof fucking sealed like container and stuff. And she won't let me open it because she wants to do it. And I'm like, you can't do it because you're not supposed to be allowed to do it.
Can't open it.
Yeah, but she goes in tantrum mode. No, I want to do it. I do it. I'm like, all right, knock yourself out. 20 minutes later, she's still twisting and turning on this thing. And I'm like, my God, this child won't quit. And so I have to like make up some excuse like, oh, you have to use a knife to do it. And knives are dangerous. So then I finally finagled her into that. So yeah, everything she wants to do herself, I have to like plan in order for it. And to include like putting on her shoes, getting everything ready. Because if I try to do anything, she'll start flipping out. No, I do it. I can do it. I'm like, okay, you do it.
4 turning 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phase. How is she 3? No,
4.
more than 3. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'll be able to 3. Yeah, the.
You know, with those.
Go ahead.
With the safety, the child-proof tops, you actually can peel the top. Like it's 2 layers lay on top of each other. You can pop the top layer off, and that's the safety feature. And then other parts, you should be able to turn. I mean, if you were to do that, but you know, I don't want your kid get into
it's
a
the
bunch
one you
of
gotta
safety
push.
gummies.
You gotta push down with a good bit of force, and then push while twist. Which she hasn't figured out. She just twist.
Those are the kinds you can pop off the cover of the twisting part, and it will just be like the adult safety one or something. I don't know.
They don't make that, for the kids thing, for most kids stuff, What we did is we just had one of those pill like day things where they can open up, so it just made it super easy. We just like put the gummies in there, and then she would get them every day. So
yeah, that's what we might do, because it's just one. I mean, she knows to take one, but it's just now she just wants to be the one that opens it and gets it for herself and just be independent and do whatever.
Yeah.
Look, them Flintstone vitamins are good, man. I'll be popping them all the time, man.
Chalky as shit.
A million strong and growing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you can pop a few of those and then go out and sidewalk chalk with the fucking Flintstones vitamins and shit. You know, it's great.
Mm-hmm. Telling you, man, that shit is great.
Speaking of stuff we used to take as kids, stuff that was dangerous. I think.
All good.
It's probably full of lead. I'm just saying, and Vaseline.
Yeah.
Ooh. not the puby Vaseline.
Oh god.
It was Flintstone. It was like literally Fred Flintstone's pubes in the.
That's fucking terrible.
You know what's crazy? Because I think there's like for the FDA, there's like a threshold of how much like rat poop can be in something, and I'm pretty sure the Flintstone vitamins had a little bit of rat droppings in them.
Yeah, so if it was from a factory, I can guarantee you it had rat poop in it. Like everything, chocolate, like juice, also, anything that's been in a factory.
Insects too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just kind of how it goes. Really nasty shit. Anyway.
So you're all right to eat. If you're a piece of shit, then you're a piece of shit.
Oh my god,
man!
But yeah, it's great to have you back on here, Stitch. Old Ninja, what's going on with you? And I know we went back and forth, but this Outlaws game, are you still praising it? You liking it? What's going on?
Oh, I don't have it yet. I'm getting it this weekend, I'm probably gonna end up getting it Monday. But I know. B-Boy's been playing it. He's really liking it, but I'm going to get it this weekend. I hadn't had a chance. I had a lot of stuff going on. Still got stuff going on, but I'm probably going to get it at the end of the weekend and play like Monday, maybe Sunday.
All right, so you're still hyped.
Oh yeah, well I'm interested in getting. I get almost every fucking Star Wars game, and this looks fun to me. So I've seen like the rhetoric. It's funny because online they take one fucking picture. It's the only one that they take from the game, and they just have like hundreds of fucking shit posting off of one fucking picture. And then I'm pretty sure the picture's modified too, but it's just crazy to me that people are running it. But I don't know any of the numbers. I just plan on getting it. A lot of people I know that do have it are saying it's fun. I'm waiting to see if they run into some issues or anything. So far, nothing. But I still plan on getting it. So yeah.
All good. I mean, you do what you got to do. The overall critic consensus is not like glowing. I mean, it's kind of middle of the road.
Yeah, it's kind of middle of the road. It's like an okay game. It's not like apparently it's not a game changer, which is fine as long as the game is fun. Does that really matter? I mean, the First Ascendant, that's not a fucking masterpiece, but that game is fun as hell.
Well, hold on though. I mean, we've got to put things in different categories. If something is a free game, that's a whole different thing from a $70 game, $65 game, whatever the fuck. Like those are two very different categories.
And they're also two very different types of games. I mean, Outlaws is an open world single player game, whereas First Ascendant is a 4-player co-op game. There's no PvP yet that I know.
What are people saying that's wrong with the game? Because I understand what Prodigy's saying about, I guess people complaining about it, but then also, I mean, yeah, there is a difference between a free game and $70 game, but I mean, you can overlook some stuff if it's a free to play game or if it's like $20 or something. Like I can overlook some server issues or something. But if I'm paying $70 for something, I expect it to work. So what is it that people are saying? Yeah, what are people saying that's wrong with it?
Yeah, there's bugs. I mean,
yeah,
the game has bugs in it. So,
like cyberpunk type.
Not cyberpunk level. No, nowhere near that level. But there's some bugs where you'll randomly teleport to places if you're on your like speeder bike thing. There's like some I think it's like
NPCs be moving and shit.
Yeah. It's like shit that can be fixed, but it's not
game stopping.
No. Well, I mean, if you're teleporting places, I think you can fall to the floor too. So it's sort of, but you're not gonna lose like a save or anything like that. Like,
Yeah. Also, the main things I keep seeing are incels saying, like, the Western studios don't know how to make beautiful women. So they take this one screenshot of, like, an animation where her face is all crimped up and they elongate the jaw just a little bit. And they're like, oh, the studios don't know how to make fucking people beautiful. So they overlay the mocap person, the young actress who's both the face and motion capture artist for the character, and then like what Stellar Blade, First Ascendant, and like a lot of other Eastern studios and like the West doesn't know how to do this. Like, why are they making their women ugly? They're doing this some agenda shit. Like I'm seeing literally posts with thousands of people commenting. I'm like, dude, this isn't like a gaming issue. This is an aesthetic issue that you guys put for yourselves. Like, I've seen like gameplay of the game and people are freaking out. Like they're literally using a doctored picture and trying to say the game is bad because of this.
So a couple of points on Ninja. No, they didn't do it to themselves. I think it's hilarious how these fucking morons don't realize that the quote unquote West, they have literally redefined what beauty is to the rest of the world. Like this whole beauty standard of being like this white European woman, like that's like the West thing. And that's what like most people on the planet, I don't want to say most, a lot of people on the planet believe is like this whole aesthetic of like, this is what beauty is like this European chick. So for them to sit there and say that the Western, they can't make beautiful women, like it's fucking dumb.
So
it's the dumbest shit ever.
It is dumb, but the actress, she's Hispanic. So she's an Hispanic actress. She's very brown, very brown.
The thing is, people have a problem with in like gaming. Do I immediately want to fuck this fictional character? And it's just like, like it's kind of weird to me. Like, there are some, obviously over sexualized characters that both men and women in gaming. But I think that if the physical appearance of the main character, the fact that they're not attractive to you and you don't like the game because of that, there's something fucking wrong with you. Because like there's been plenty of games like I'm not attracted to men at all, but like the vast majority of the games that I played are male characters, and I don't, it's just like people are just fucking weird. Stop being creepy.
Well, let me fuck my bears. Don't let me stop fucking my bears.
That's what you should aspire to.
Yeah,
a polygamy and bears.
Oh no, you should level up to a dragon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
shave your own shit, though. I'm just saying. You're just going raw dogging.
Back to Outlaws. I mean, we got to rewind the clock a little bit. Like, it was absolutely fucking ridiculous, and we called it on here like 2-3 weeks ago to compare this game to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah,
let's just call it what it fucking is. This is nowhere close to Rockstar level quality at fucking all, and the gaming journalists. I think it was Game Informer. I can't remember exactly
I think it was not Game Informer. I think it was GameSpot.
That's the other side of this argument. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever the fuck said that bullshit was out of their fucking mind. It's not reminiscent of. It's not the same quality level. Ubisoft didn't put that time and love and attention to detail and all of that stuff. This is nowhere fucking close. And everybody who has been paying attention to gaming for, I don't know, a few decades now, obviously if you're older fuck like us, knew that this wasn't going to be that. We just knew, so, and again, I haven't played the game. I'm not completely shitting on it and saying it's like at a 2 out of 10 or 4 out of 10 or whatever. I don't know whether it's even a fun play, but I know it ain't no motherfucking Red Dead Redemption 2. Never was going to be.
I feel like even comparing those two is disrespectful to like gaming as a whole.
Yep.
Like it's like trying to compare like Star Wars to shit, I don't even know. Like I'd have to get in like the whole cinematic argument. Like what is cinema? And I fucking hate doing that.
Starship Troopers or some shit.
No, like it's just a better made film. Like
Godfather.
Star Wars versus Star Trek.
yeah, exactly. God, that's a better example. Like it's like trying to compare Star Wars to Godfather. Like they both have their places, but one is clearly a better film. You know what I mean? Yeah, Star Wars is fun, but just the Godfather is just a better film. You know, to most people.
Yeah, and it's all good. You know, it seems like B-Boy's enjoying it. It sounds like Old Ninja's gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it too.
We'll see how it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it.
But let's be real too. Like literally just last year, and you're the one that actually kept championing this game. Like Jedi Survivor had better scores. Like and it was nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, yes, it was, and rightfully so. And it deserved every accolade it had. So when I played Jedi Survivor, I totally underestimated the game. Like I just thought it was just going to be more of the same from Fallen Order, and it's a completely different design on the game. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like I didn't know what was happening. I realized that I was able to go to more places. I didn't have to go directly where the game was telling me to go. I can literally pick and choose. Well, Fallen Order kind of did that, but not really. It was a little bit more linear. But Survivor, I could do whatever. I can literally go on to some weird adventure on the side mission, and like end up coming back with like really good loot, and then go on like this really long, hour-long fucking story mission for one mission, you know, and be like fucking exhausted at the end. So holy shit, I had to like figure out shit, because if you die, you end up going all the way back to your last save and you lose like XP and shit. So I was like, what the fuck? You gotta like really plan your shit.
But look at how it's like over a year later, you're still praising that game because it's a really great game. You know what I mean? Like we know the fucking difference. I don't know why we have to pretend of like, oh, you can like something that's fun for a little while, but if it's not great, you're not going to be talking about it a year later. You know what I mean? Like, usually not. Like,
yeah, usually not, because there are certain games that are like not the best, but because you had so much fun with them, you're going to be talking about it because your squad was on it. Like Blur, for instance, I've talked about it probably 5 times on the podcast. It's not the greatest racing game,
Blur is
but
fucking
it's fun.
Yeah, they need to bring it back. Yeah, it's basically like
it was fun.
It's like Mario Kart with real cars.
Yes, it was exactly that, and you could play 20 people online in the fucking race. It was fucking amazing.
And this is like 10 years ago, so like when like 20 people online was like, holy shit. For a race
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And so the thing is, it's not the best racing game. You can't you can kind of modify your cars, but it's like quote unquote internal. You can't like add colors and decals. You just race, and it's not that particularly great, but it's fucking fun as fuck. It's hella fun. So
I tell you what is not looking like it's fun and is looking like a fucking disaster and getting bombed and nobody's fucking playing it is this goddamn Concord game.
You know what's funny is that I actually didn't see this coming because I played the beta and it's not that bad. Actually, hold on, let me rephrase that because that makes it sound like it is bad. It's a decent game.
Yeah, but nobody playing.
I don't know nobody's playing it, but I think there's a couple things. One is that I didn't know that the game was going to cost $40, I guess. I thought it was going to be free.
Oh, shit.
Which is, there's some issues there, all right, because it is a fun game, but even paying like $40 for it, and the game, from what I've seen from the preview, the review, there's not a lot of like content there. There's like 12 maps, like 3 modes, like there's not a lot, and there's not a lot of story there either. So it's very hard, especially when you have Overwatch. Overwatch 2 is fucking free, and what was the other game? First Descendant is fucking free. Like
League of Apex.
Yeah, Apex is free. Let's go to like another
Valorant's another. It was a huge PC game. That's also free for consoles now.
Yeah, but this is like I mean, it's a hero shooter. I guess Valorant sort of is too. I don't know. Anyway, I'm very curious to see if Marvel Rivals is going to be free.
So, I thought they said it was. So it was free to play.
if it is free to play, then that's like genius move because the game is it's a decent game. It's a good game. When I played it. But anyway, back to Concord. Like the variations of characters is actually really good. So like no two characters play the same like at all. They all have different weapons. They have multiple different kinds of weapons. They all have like their own roles, and it's fun. Like all the characters seem they're fun and like well thought out, and they have variants and all this shit. And they have like they have a mode where basically you play like rounds, and in the rounds you can only play one character at a time. So when you play one, and the next round you can't play as a character again. You have to play as somebody else. I thought that was really cool. And there's like fun elements to it, but like I said, there's only like 12 maps and like very few modes. So
and just I mean,
not a lot of story.
Abysmal numbers in terms of like the concurrent, like, people on there trying to give it a try. Like even, for some of the beta stuff I've seen, just look, if you look up right now, just Google like Concord as a failure. You'll see all the reasons that it's not looking good.
Like I said, it was surprising. Like I hope that that's the thing is I can't even say give it a fucking try because it's $40 fucking.
Yeah,
like everything that I've said would not say, hey, spend money on this game. So
it's hard.
But for me, it was fun when it was free on the beta.
Yeah. So Marvel Rivals is free to play.
Okay, it is gonna be okay.
Also,
that one
yesterday.
They're gonna get so many fucking people playing it.
Yeah, not yesterday, but over the weekend because we haven't really talked about it yet. Gamescom happened, and at Gamescom they showed the trailer for Winter Soldier and Captain America. Yeah. They also announced the release date December 6th of this year because it's supposed to. Everyone's saying it's coming out next year. And they shocked everybody by saying it's the first week of December, and day one, all of the heroes and villains will be unlocked. Day one.
They learned from Overwatch 2 because what Overwatch 2 was like, oh, you gotta like unlock Zenyatta. I was like, no, thank you. Get the fuck. I don't care for this free. Yeah. Fuck you.
Well, and this is even another example of like Rainbow Six. Obviously, it's an older game from 2015, but that's free. You know what I mean? There's still tens of thousands of players and tournaments and all that or whatever. So it's a great model, and there's a lot of fucking competition in team-based shooters. Just a fucking ton. If you don't hit the ground running with a huge player base at launch and all of that, you could be dead in the fucking water, man. And
could be
like with Concord. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
I guess
the gaming industry right now is they're kind of like at a crossroads on like what they can and cannot monetize. And let me just give a pro tip from a guy that's been playing games for fucking pretty much his whole life. If you want to have microtransactions in an online live service game, just make it fucking free. Yeah. Make it free. Because you know what? There's going to be some kids, and when I say kids, I mean their fucking parents, that are going to pay a bunch of money for like random skins and bullshit like that. But as long as like your core game is good and free, like you're still going to get that money on the back end. And you've seen this, but you have to like actually give a shit about your community. And if you don't, then you're going to flop. And I think Concord, they're probably not even going to get a chance to like show what their actual vision was, because they have so little content from launch. I feel like they could have pushed this back a fucking year. Yeah. And like made like a coherent storyline, made different modes, shit like that. It's a shame because it comes from like, what was the studio that made this?
Ooh, it's under Sony. I can't remember the
it's a big one. Yeah. But yeah, it's a shame. Anyway, but Stitch, what did you think? Did you play any of these games?
No, I've been sort of slacking after I sort of died down on Helldivers for a bit, which is my personal game of the year because I fucking love that. Then I played my good old NCAA. Finally came back after 9 years. Yeah, so that was something I was sort of going back in nostalgia lane doing. But I haven't. I've been slacking a little bit because I did see a GamesCon happen, but I didn't get a chance to watch any of the footage on what was dropped or what they were teasing with any of that.
Did they ever release any like actual Spider-Man 2 DLC content, or was it all just suits and shit?
They unlocked was it new plus mode or
new game plus? Yeah.
New game plus, which I didn't get a chance to go back and do, but I told myself I was going to. I actually I want to, because I really enjoyed playing through that whole entire story, and I wanted to do it again on the higher level of difficulty with everything unlocked. And they unlocked maybe 4 to 8 suits. None of them really stood out to me from what I remembered, but I think that's pretty much all that they've sort of. I don't even think they've teased anything else coming down the pipe with that.
Well, they added in some other stuff. Well, there's supposed to be a DLC maybe with Carnage.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, but they it's not officially announced or anything yet. And I know they added in some stuff with the gadgets, which is not really additional content as far as I'm concerned. So, and some harder challenges and stuff, which again I don't consider that additional content. It's just kind of sprinkles maybe on the cake, not even icing.
Yeah.
Sprinkle.
Yeah.
Well, what's weird is we're almost approaching the 1 year mark, and I remember for 2018 Spidey, they had DLCs every month and a half or 2 months, like clockwork.
Yeah, well,
remember that shit?
Yeah, a couple of points. One is that they had a huge data breach, earlier this year or last year, and I know they've been working heavily on Wolverine and Venom. So I think that the Venom game might be I have a feeling that the Venom game is going to be like Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Where it's going to be a cheaper version of playing as Venom in the same city. You know what I mean? That would make sense to me. That's easy money. So that might be the reason why you haven't seen so many DLCs. Yeah.
That could be fun as shit. I still think Wolverine maybe 2 years out, but Insomniac has been really productive. So maybe they've really made some headway. I don't know.
I mean, they've cheated to be productive though.
With the map.
With
the
map.
What you mean?
Yeah, with the map. Because they basically made 3 games with the same fucking map. And I mean, Spider-Man 2, they expanded the map, but it's the same fucking map. You know?
Wow.
That's true.
Wow.
I enjoyed the story, though. I really enjoyed the story, though.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed all the games, but I'm just stating the obvious.
Yeah, Stitch, you just brought up something that's fucking me up right now. So I'm like, you were talking about Helldivers being your personal game of the year, and I had to stop to think. I'm like, what the fuck would we consider worthy of game of the year at this point? It's still August. I'm about to be September. Personally, for me, I haven't really seen anything that's game of the year worthy. I probably haven't played it yet. Maybe it came out, but I'm just like, what the fuck is game of the year potentially? I mean, maybe it's on the way. Maybe we'll get something between now and December. But so far,
I think that Black Myth Wukong could get there if they need to fix some things, but the game is fucking really good. So it's really good. If you get a chance to play it, it's one downside for me is that it's not deals. It's digital only. Y'all know I like my physical copies. But if you're a digital person, it's digital only. The first 2 chapters are relatively bug free. I haven't gotten to the chapters where it's supposed to be buggy. But so far it's been great.
Oh, I guess someone I'm looking at this. So they did this with the Cyberpunk, but I guess the Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's DLC, they would still put it as game of the year. I could see that. Even though I don't play the game, but I know it got rated really, really, really high by almost everybody. So I can see that being up there.
It did, and even though I loved Elden Ring, I don't like the aspect of putting DLC content, even if it's really big DLC, because it's not standalone DLC. I don't like that being a contender for Game of the Year. Okay. I think it kind of deserves its own category. But yeah, if it's add-on content to the base game, which that is, I don't like that. It's just like with Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
Liberty, Phantom Liberty or something like that.
Phantom Liberty. Yeah. Supposedly that's really great DLC, but since it's add-on to the base game, I don't consider it a new game
category.
Yeah.
So
I've heard. Wait, Prodigy, have you played the DLC for?
No, I haven't, man. I've been really busy fucking bears and golf. So
So I've been hearing
State the
that
space. Like, what the fuck?
I've been hearing that this DLC is almost as big, if not bigger, than the base game.
It's almost as big, allegedly.
Yeah, still. I'm actually going through Metacritic right now for like the top games of the year, and this is kind of slim pickings. Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth is probably one of the contenders right now. Tekken 8, which is amazing because I'm a Tekken guy, so. But yeah, a lot of these are just like kind of no-name-ish games or DLCs or.
What about Stellar Blade? That got good reviews, right?
That is not on. It's not even in the fucking top 24.
Wow, I thought that got good reviews. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't like the hentai booty, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I think it's.
Yeah, who the fuck else? Oh, there was a Yakuza game that came out like not too long ago.
I've never played any of those, but
neither.
The fans go hard for those titles. So
I'm going to say something kind of controversial, but the Yakuza games are a little bit too Japanese for me.
Ooh, yeah, no, none of them have, even though some of them have gotten some really good reviews, none of them have kind of crossed over here in this country as much as one would expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like what was that game on the Dreamcast? That was Shenmue. So that's what I realized. I like my Japanese games a certain kind of way, and it wasn't like that. So I was just like, "This is fucking boring slice of life bullshit. Like, I'm not into this." I don't need to go and like buy fucking shit from a vending machine, like a Coke or something. It's just like I don't want to do this.
There was this weird subplot in one of the Yakuza games that was free that I did play, where you were looking for someone who was a secret Korean in Japan, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on with this game?"
Is that like how racist are you? That's like the name of the mission.
I'm like, this is very Japanese, not in a good way.
That's crazy. So there are games still coming. So we'll see about Assassin's Creed Shadow. I don't think it'll be Game of the Year worthy. I'm pretty sure it'll be fun. They'll probably get mid of the road. Even if apparently I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creeds. There's been some really high rated ones. Obviously, Black Flag, like we talked about. This could be up there. It may not. It could be mid of the road. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. That's another highly anticipated one. That'll be out this year. I did not play any of the Hades. I know there's like a huge fan base for Hades, but Part 2 came out this year.
No, it did not come out.
It hasn't been out?
Nope, it's not out. It's in early access. The full game is not out.
Okay.
Yes, I put in like 120 hours in this game, but the game's not out yet.
Okay. Yeah, so it is out this year, correct?
No, it's going to come out sometime next year.
Well, shit.
Now, see, this is another like weird pet peeve, though. You could be in early access for a fucking year plus sometimes. And it's like, when do we count your official launch date if you've been in early access since 2019?
Yeah, these motherfuckers be cheating.
Like, you know what I mean?
What I'm saying. Like,
I never released. Because remember, Fortnite was in early access or whatever for like 8 years and bringing in billions.
Fortnite I keep saying on the podcast, these motherfuckers are pretty much genius. The original Fortnite was not a multiplayer game. It was a game where it was a single player game, and it was a thing where you had to basically build your fort because at night zombies came. It was a fucking zombie game. And like nobody, and I was trying to remember, you guys probably remember this, like a long time ago, I was trying to find a physical copy because I wanted to play that game.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it because the game flopped. And so like all those building mechanics that you see in the game, that wasn't actually for that was like, it was like a zombie, it was like a Frankenstein bullshit into like the multiplayer part of it. Because it was for literally building buildings to protect yourself at night when the zombies came.
And you put it in that battle royale. Because remember, PUBG, they stole their fucking lunch. That was a free game that was... it sounds weird now saying it in 2024, but at the time, PUBG was a fucking phenomenon. And don't nobody even remember PUBG now.
Yeah, now Fortnite has so many fucking like sponsorships. It's crazy. They got fucking Lego sponsorship. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like Lego makes their own goddamn games. Like, how the fuck did you get... They got anime characters and shit. I'm like, bro.
They got fucking... Is there like a pop vinyl one coming out soon? Or is that...
there's another game.
It's not a movie.
A Pop Vinyl game that's coming out.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because Pop Vinyl's got like fucking Homelander and shit in it too now. Or not Homelander. The Dolomite. The
Dolomite.
Invincible characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
What are the species called? Aren't they called like Dolomites or something like that?
Viltrumites?
Dolomite.
Dolomite, that's what it is.
Dolomite is a fucking pimp. That is a pimp. Like,
I
what
mean,
is
well,
happening
fuck
here?
it. Omni-Man hand is strong. He be fucking aliens.
Oh
But
my
look at the influence though too. I mean, obviously we all know the battle royale with Fortnite having Bugs Bunny and Batman and all that shit. But it fucking made War Zones and goddamn Call of Duty put Nicki Minaj and Snoop and characters from The Boys and that shit too. Like they didn't have all of that prior. Like, you know what I mean?
Nope.
Yeah.
They have fucking concerts and shit up in there.
Yeah. I was just about to say they got fucking concerts in fucking Fortnite. Like fucking huge ass shit. Like what was it, Travis Scott, Lady Gaga, and like I think one other one. They all fucking Fortnite concerts. Fucking crazy.
Like I wonder what's gonna be the next one, because there's gonna be a next one. Because for a long time it was like Minecraft, PUBG for a little bit. Now it's Fortnite. It's probably one of the biggest games. But there's gonna be another one that's gonna come out of nowhere.
Hey, Cronus, speaking of Minecraft, did you listen to the latest episode of Stuff You Should Know? They kind of go into details on Minecraft, and it actually makes me want to play the game.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting how it fucking works.
I've been reading the most disturbing book I've read in my entire life over the past couple of days. So, yeah, it's called Nuclear War by I forget the lady's name, but look up a Nuclear War, a scenario. And sorry, this is like a fucking left turn or right turn. It's a dark turn. We're going down an alley right now. If you want to fucking eject right now, just eject. All right, so
I'm gonna dip. Sorry, I'm gonna dip, but go ahead, keep going.
All right.
Well, you out?
Peace. Yeah, I gotta go. Peace.
So you lying? Your bear's calling you, huh?
I mean, bears need fucking.
Hey, make sure you have that Vaseline ready.
So I think Prodigy. I think he's gay. That's what he's saying, right? He's talking about bears need fucking. Like, he's coming out.
He's probably a couple of the alphabets. So
anyway,
with the letter people.
This book
it's by Annie Jacobson.
Yes, by Annie Jacobson. Yeah. It is very disturbing. It's basically this woman breaks down in horrific detail what would happen if we had a nuclear war on this planet. Basically, we would all be fucked. And when I say we'd all be fucked, I mean within like an hour. Like everyone on the planet would be fucked within an hour. I'm just like,
I was about to say, isn't that the plan? Like it would be total wipe out. Like even if somehow you survived in the bunker, everything would be like you would die of like radiation, like within maybe a couple months. Maybe if you're lucky a year.
Yeah, it's like it'd be pretty shitty. So
yeah,
that's if we had nuclear war. Just if you pray to a god. Just pray that you're in the initial direct blast zone and you're instantly fucking carbonized. If you're not within that fucking initial blast zone, you're going to be in pain and suffering for the rest of your life, which hopefully will be short, but it could be longer than you think. So
yeah, it could be. Yeah, very much so. They'll probably, if you manage to survive in some kind of deep bunker, and you get radiation poisoning, you're like, there'll be no children born for like generations, probably.
Well, it'd be like a generation, right? Because then it'd just be done.
Oh yeah, because that would be it.
Yeah. So like, there has been one well-documented. There's been one well-documented U.S. like, I guess, documentation of radiation poisoning because somebody was working on nuclear bombs and he dropped an isotope on the ground and it cracked open and like they had to meticulously document like what happened to like him and everybody around him, like with like drawings and like other shit. And so yeah, that guy was fucked. Like it didn't explode, like it broke. There was a flash of light and he seemed okay, so they took him immediately to the hospital, and that's when things just went downhill. And this dude basically suffered for 9 days. And when I say suffered, basically, he broke down on a fucking molecular level while still being alive. And they got a chance to like go in and like autopsy him after he eventually fucking died. And basically, this is how bad it is. Inside of this dude's body, basically all of his organs became like one thing. So, yeah, just imagine like how much shit has to get rearranged inside your body for like all your organs to become one thing. And so, yeah, the guy was fucked. Like,
yeah, that reminds me of that HBO show Chernobyl and shit.
Yeah.
And I was just, I remember that was, I was like, yo, this is so bad. I was like, I felt like sick for the people. Like, I mean, there was a whole slew of issues and problems and shit. But those first people that sort of got forced to go into the fucking reactor and shit to see what the fuck was going on and shit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they just turned to fucking. It's like their body turned to like oatmeal and shit.
They liquefied pretty much. Yeah, there's a lot of shit, man. It's all bad. It's
so
pain.
So it's weird because, like, you know, I have some knowledge of nuclear warfare because I was in the Marine Corps. And, like, actually, my first job when I was in the Marine Corps, I worked in a thing called the ANTSC 120 van. And the thing that was special about this van is that it was EMP proof, quote unquote. It could withstand an EMP. And I could shoot, like, a signal using an HF band around the ionosphere. So I could, like, basically shoot a signal around the world to communicate. So I know some stuff about, like, nuclear warfare. But what I didn't know when people talk about like nuclear deterrence, like what do you guys think about when you think about nuclear deterrence? What do you think?
Something that would like shoot down or neutralize a nuclear bomb in the air before it has the chance to land.
That sounds rational. What about the rest of you guys?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's either on a cellular level, like someone gives you some kind of fucking
a nuclear deterrent.
Yeah.
Don't even let that bitch get in the air.
Well, if you take it down while it's in the air, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, no. So actually, both, Blue and Stitch are both partially right. Blue is more right than Stitch, but yes, the actual deterrence that we have in the United States and like most countries is like don't let them launch. But that also how you don't let them launch is nuke them. So that's the problem. But to Blue's point, I thought that nuclear deterrence meant that we could just knock them out of the air, right? Like it's like, oh shit, there we go, we're back. I thought that we had some system to like knock shit out of the air, and we do. Do you know how many we have?
Oh, it's one, isn't it?
No,
3.
No, it's 44. Do you know how many nuclear fucking warheads there are on the planet?
So I heard there's a lot. I heard there's several hundred.
It's several thousand. It's like 12,000.
Oh shit!
It's been it's reduced because it used to be like 70,000. You know. And
hey, didn't Superman help throw some into the sun?
Yeah, but he doesn't exist. So you know, there's that.
Yeah.
So, and the actual thing that we have to like actually possibly stop a nuke that's an ICBM only. Okay, ICBM only, but intercontinental ballistic missile that like shoots up into the atmosphere, comes back down, nukes us. We have 44 of these things that can possibly hit them, and it's basically like shooting a bullet with a bullet, and they have a 40% success rate.
Shit.
That's our. That's
what
our.
Was that video game with the ball?
Missile Command.
Mission Control. Missile
Command.
There you go.
Yeah.
So essentially, they pull out the suitcase, and then a really fucking teched out guy just pulls out this like big fucking thing with a roller with a trackball. Wow.
You
gotta fucking like blow it up before like in the pathway of the bomb.
So like we'd be totally fucked. It's like if they shot 44 of nukes at us, which any rational nation that would want to attack the U.S. would definitely shoot more than fucking 44. You know, that's all we have. So like our nuclear quote unquote deterrence is basically just, it's us having nukes too. That's our deterrence. Is like because it's mutually assured destruction, and that's the problem. Because if you shoot a nuke, then I'm just gonna shoot all my nukes, and it's just like we're all just gonna be fucked. And it's just like that doesn't sound like defense to me. That sounds like just total offense. You know, that's quite terrible.
I was listening to a podcast they were talking about that.
That's a little genocide.
Well, it's more than genocide. It's like it's an apocalypse.
It's the world as we know it.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
It's crazy. Like I was listening to a podcast and they were kind of talking about this a little bit, saying basically like the one thing keeping a country from shooting off their nuke is knowing that we have nukes too.
Yeah, and that's dumb. That's fucking dumb. Like, because it just takes one guy. It's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Like, I'm just done.
Yeah.
All right. I think there was wasn't there there was some guys in a submarine. I don't know if this was a movie or real life, but there were some people in a submarine, and a president had, put in the approval for nukes to be launched, and the two guys were like, they wouldn't do
Crimson,
it. Was that a movie?
Hunt for Red October?
No, there's.
I never seen Red October.
The TV show, the one that was on fucking TNT for like ever, The Last Ship. That was basically.
I never saw The Last Ship though.
You ever seen The Last Ship? But it's basically what you described as what The Last Ship.
Let me see. Like,
it's a whole fucking cast of people on a ship, on a nuclear powered sub.
Yeah, and the nuclear powered subs are like, they're quite terrifying. Like, there's these things. I think they're called MIRVs. It's like basically.
Oh
yeah. They're technically illegal, unless it's in a submarine for some reason. So like, basically they're missiles that shoot other missiles that are also nukes. That like.
Crimson Tide. That's what I was thinking of.
Ah, okay.
That movie.
Thought that was
The Last Ship is like that too. But
yeah.
I forgot about Crimson Tide. That was a good one. That was Gene Hackman versus Denzel Washington, where he punches him in the face. That was a good movie.
So after reading this book and giving more thought about actually nukes in general, I am totally for nuclear deterrent or nuclear disarmament for everybody. Like, that's way too much power. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's funny because Iran wants nuclear weapons. They're saying we should be a nuclear power too. We want all this too. And everyone's like, no, you should not.
They just want them because we have them.
Exactly.
Because the only defense.
Russia.
Well, yeah, the only defense against a nuke. It's not even a defense, but the only revenge against a nuke is another nuke.
More nukes.
Yeah, that's the only revenge you have. Like, you can't drop a conventional bomb on somebody that nuked you. Like, this is ridiculous. It's like throwing a rock at them.
All right, it's not being passive aggressive. I guess it's kind of that, but it's like an eye for an eye, basically, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
So
like
I'll shoot mine.
Every time people talk about nukes, especially about using actual nukes, I always think about the quote that Albert Einstein always says. He says, I don't know what missiles they're going to use for World War III, but I do know that World War IV will be fought with sticks and stuff.
Yep, that is an actual quote, and yes, that's what would happen if we even happen to if people got lucky and survived. Because like, survival after a nuclear war is, first of all, highly unlikely, especially if you're in the U.S. Like, we're all dead, so all of us, we're gonna fucking die. So I think you'd only survive if you were like in the southern hemisphere of the planet. So like maybe Australia, Argentina, maybe might be okay. But then you'd also have to survive nuclear winter. So good luck.
Yes, but I was gonna say you would have better chances in Antarctica, because by then it'll be hella cold, but you probably won't get as much of a nuclear winter. It's already winter there, so if you can survive there, you'll probably survive most of what's happening.
But like, most people don't have survival skills. Like,
it's all bad. So I will tell you who will survive. Anyone that's on at that time, if you're on a space station, you're surviving.
No, you're not.
At least for a little while, you'll survive.
No, you're not going to survive.
Yeah, because I don't know who's like, is it people on Earth controlling the space station, but keeping it in orbit?
So that'd be miserable.
Yeah, so
they'll definitely be miserable.
Yeah, you're not gonna survive for a couple of reasons. Obviously, you're gonna run out of fucking food. Like, that's an obvious one. But then also, like, all the controls that are like down, you need to get resupplied when you're on these space stations. So there's no more resupply. You're gonna eventually, if none of the EMPs hit your space station, which they probably would, with that many nukes, then all the power would go out and you would die within probably seconds, if not minutes.
Yeah, if you had no power, you're probably dead within definitely seconds.
Yeah, so they're all fucked. Like everything is fucked. So anyway, that's my had some good dreams tonight.
The story I was talking about, it actually was a Russian military or naval officer who I'm trying to give you a quick synopsis on this, but it was in 1962. It was the Cuban Missile Crisis, and basically the officers had got approval to shoot nuclear torpedoes at a United States naval, and the officer at the time said no, that he wasn't going to do it, and it saved like a bunch of people alive by him not doing it.
There's been a bunch of things like that, like there was a Russian guy who saw a bunch of incoming nukes from America, but it was like 100, and he was just like, "What? Like this doesn't even make sense." So like he didn't report it, and like that one guy. Just imagine another guy that was like way more gung ho, was like "fuck America," and they would have launched nukes. And once you launch an ICBM, like you can't recall it, you can't disarm it. Like once it's sent, like that's it.
It's done.
Yeah, and
like it's weird. Yeah, because there's no self-destruct. Once it's in the air, it's done.
Which is crazy. Because then everybody else has to respond. Like literally fucking everyone.
I can't even pronounce this guy's name. It's like Vasily Arkhipov. It's the guy's name. That's I don't know. If you read it with American reading style or whatever.
So, just a kid. If you kind of want to, if you're interested in this or what?
The fuck happened? Hold on. What happened there, Stitch? That seemed dramatic. What the fuck?
I opened my beer and it just fucking like sort of poured out all on Lilo's desk.
Oh shit!
So
I mean, it's not your desk, so you know, there's that.
That's all bad. If anybody's ever seen, I think B-Boy and I think we're both watching this, but if you're watching, it's on Netflix now. It is called The 100. It's based off a series of books. It's basically about a colony of humans that were launched.
Isn't that hella old?
It's not hella old. It's only like 4 or 5 years old. I mean, there were 7
like 10.
seasons. It's 7 seasons, but
it was on CW, right?
Yeah, it was on CW. Yeah. But it's about basically where
this show came out in 2014. It's 10 years old.
Damn. No, season 1. I mean, there's 7 seasons. You can watch them all on fucking Netflix. But it's about literally what we just talked about. It's like 100 years after nuclear war, and everyone says like the ground. They call it the ground or Earth is uninhabitable, and they end up going down to Earth. So they send their delinquent kids down to Earth as punishment, and they're like, "Oh well, you got to survive, or you're probably gonna die though." But then they go down there and they realize it's survivable, and there's people that survive, so it becomes this huge fucking thing. It becomes like a spatial political power struggle, and then they learn like the people on Earth that are there's like power struggles down there too. It becomes pretty crazy. It's an interesting show. It's not the best show, but it's definitely entertaining. If you want entertainment and you don't want to laugh too much, it's definitely a show to watch.
Well, it's got a 93 on Rotten Tomato, which is kind of decent for a show.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun show, but it's not super cerebral or anything. It's not like three Body Problem, even though that was only 1 season. This is 7 seasons, so it's definitely a good watch. It's interesting to see how they dealt with it. It's based off a book series, so I didn't know it was a book series. So all the fans were watching it, but it lasted seasons, and I was invested. So it was like my dirty little secret for 7 seasons.
Why was it a secret? Oh shit! King Arthur brought up Jericho. That was another really good show.
I heard that was a good show, and then it got canceled.
But it got brought back. I'm pretty sure that was the one because there's like a bunch of people sent like the director or the studio like nuts. I'm pretty sure that was the show. Damn, Stitch got the fucking Clorox out. What the fuck?
Oh,
he's doing some serious fucking fixing right now.
Else toxic?
Damn.
He about to make some petroleum jelly and make his own.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If it's a wood desk, put some petroleum jelly to preserve the wood. There you go.
This dude brought out the hazmat.
Okay. Oh boy, that was funny.
That's crazy shit. All right. After I guess talking about complete world annihilation, we should talk about something else. Let's see.
I was gonna say, has any of you guys seen Alien Romulus or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys talk about it or already or no?
We did a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
did you watch it?
It was good.
Oh.
I have not seen it yet. I was planning on trying to go see it today, but I got tied up with stuff to do. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make some time on Sunday to watch it. But I've been hearing good stuff about it. So
it is good. I think myself, Prodigy, Cronus, did you see it yet?
No, I'm not a.
Okay.
I'm not a horror fan anymore. Like it's weird as I've aged. Yeah.
Okay.
It's already
more horror than more sci-fi.
I find that it's already horrific enough that my body is slowly breaking down on a daily basis. So yeah.
So it's definitely worth the watch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it probably more than Prodigy, but even though Prodigy kind of side dissed it, he liked it. It was kind of weird, but it's definitely worth the watch. There's some surprises and stuff. Even though Domino seems to think I fucking spoiled it, I feel like I didn't. But it is what it is. But it's definitely a good watch. I think it will. I mean, I know who you were with Prometheus and Alien Covenant. You'll be the same way, if not worse. So,
you know what's kind of cool?
Yeah.
The other day, I saw somebody talking about Wolverine versus Predator, and like they're kind of going into the details of the comics, and like I don't know the whole theme. I mean, Wolverine has his healing factor, which is like super fucking crazy. But like one of the techniques that Wolverine did to capture or to trick or I guess trap the Predator was basically like, I don't want to spoil it, but it was pretty fucking crazy for him to do that. Like, and I mean, obviously Wolverine was gonna win because I mean his fucking healing factor. Like, how the Predator could compete with that? Unless I guess if he knew how to stop his healing factor, but you know,
I mean,
just the images alone in the comic book strip, the pages from the comic book look pretty fucking dope.
I mean, how to beat Wolverine? Vat of acid, and just leave him in there. Like, yeah, you could live, keep regenerating, but I mean, you're a fucking vat of acid, so good luck.
You just keep burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all bad. Yeah, I've been seeing that. I mean, it's funny if you look over time since like the 90s, there's been like, was it Batman versus Aliens, Superman versus Aliens, now Wolverine versus Predator. Also, there was Batman versus Predator. There's a couple other ones. They're like, obviously because Disney now owns Marvel. And also 20th Century Studios, they can do shit like this in the comics. So it's all kind of crazy.
I mean, honestly, you know,
putting this shit out.
Alien and Xenomorphs and Predators, they're cool designs. I think that's the main thing that most people don't. Oh, I don't say they don't recognize, but they're just dope designs. Like you got like this one fucking crazy looking, like black fucking sleek ass thing that has acid for blood and two fucking mouths that just fucking shit up, literally face fucking people to get them pregnant, and they make like more aliens, and then you got this crazy like tall fucking yoked ass thing with like tech and like shit that can just cut through anything. Yeah,
and dreads.
Yeah, and dreads. You know, and a horrible vagina mouth, but you know. Oh my god! The designs of those two sci-fi characters or like species or whatever, they're so fucking iconic, and because H.R. Geiger was just this incredibly horny fucking dude that just created like crazy shit, and then I don't know who the fuck created Predator, but it was a great design.
Yeah, they're definitely icons of that decade. I mean, they're still going now because everyone still knows. They put the Predator in like a bunch of games. Like there's what was it? Predator Hunting Grounds. The most recent game was on the PlayStation. I think it's everywhere now.
It wasn't that good though. Yeah.
I heard it wasn't good, but I heard it was fun. I heard it wasn't good, but it's fun. Also, Alien Fire Team. That's the most recent one. Apparently that wasn't that good, but a lot of people said they had fun.
Yeah.
So
still, AVP was still my favorite like Alien Predator game.
Oh, 100%.
It was so fucking fun.
Well, I haven't played Alien Isolation, and apparently that's one of the best Alien games ever made. So
I started playing the original Aliens game on like the PlayStation. It's a PlayStation 1 or 2.
1.
Oh, yeah,
I remember that one very vividly, but I was like, I don't want to play this no more.
Some games are fucking. Some games are like really scary. So
yeah, I was like, I don't got this in me.
Yeah.
Even like at like that res, like.
Yeah, I spent the whole game backpedaling.
Well, what was weird about like gaming back in like the early 2000s is when they first started getting like the atmospheric sounding in games. And like the super darks, because we had CRT monitors back then. They did darks pretty good back then. And like I remember playing like I think it was Doom 3. And
shit!
I had surround sound for my computer, and that was the first game where like they would like whisper in your ear for shit, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
The worst was when there's a level where they make you like go like in the pipes and shit, because you got to get underneath some shit because it goes down, and you would hear whispering, and then you would hear someone like scream very quickly. You're like, and I'd be like, what the fuck was that? I'll be looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I gotta pause this game. It's just fucking me up.
I think it was Doom 3 that like the first like level. There's like a scene where like I don't know if it was Doom or maybe another game, but like you go into like this facility, and like you can tell like some shit's going down, and then all of a sudden like all the lights start turning off, and then like
that was
like a horde of fucking zombies, or not zombies, or demons basically start coming after you, and you're like, what the fuck do I do? And I was like the first like maybe 10-15 minutes of the game. You don't even like get the combat down yet. You're just thrown into a horde of just chaos.
I mean, that's how it happened, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's so fucking random.
What I thought was super funny is because, like, Nintendo had the reputation of being like the family console, very kiddish, whatever. And when the GameCube came out, right, and it had some interesting games, like mostly family kind of friendly. But there's just one game, because I own this game. It's called Eternal Darkness, Sandy's Requiem, and like holy shit, like people did not understand this game, how fucked up it was, because like when you're playing the game, there'd be things that would happen as you progress through the game. Like you would literally hit a blue screen in the game, and it would tell you that you hit you ran into memory or something. You're like, what the fuck? So some people would turn off the game thinking the game was broken, but it's actually a feature of the game, because it would do that and then it would wipe away because someone would scream or blood would come down the screen, and you would like your character would be like, what the fuck was that? I was like, what the fuck? What just fucking happened? And like they would do shit like just like random shit would jump out at you out of nowhere. You would think you were like going outside and just some demon would come at you. It would fuck with you while playing the game. A lot of people thought the game was broken, but they added these features that was super advanced for this game. And like nobody really played it because it was just like some people say it was too fucking creepy.
That was like remember like the first Metal Gear Solid game? Did y'all ever play the first Metal Gear Solid game?
I did
like
not.
The very first like a Nintendo one?
No. That'd be just Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid was on the PS1. And it was like one of the greatest games of all time. So like there was this boss called Psycho Mantis, and literally like you're playing as this boss, and when you first like meet him, he like tells you about yourself, and it's like it's kind of crazy because it's like he's telling you things about like the game that you've been playing, and it was the first game that literally read your fucking memory card, and like would like tell you like what you did. Like specifically because it read your memory card, and then you're trying to beat this fucking guy, and like everything that you do, you can't hit the guy, and it ends up being that you have to like literally take the controller from the first player port to the second player port to possibly beat him. Like that's the only way to beat him. Yeah, and it's like that would like fucking blew my mind when I figured that out when I was playing the game, and I think that was like Hideo Kojima. He's such a goddamn genius with gaming, like the way that he perceives like the whole gaming experience. So, like he goes really above and beyond. Obviously, you can't do that to. Well, I guess you'd have to like, change. Like you could, but it's like it'd be cheapened today because we don't plug things into anything.
No, because we're all wireless. Oh, yeah. So it's funny So you know that I guess Metal Gear Solid the remake came out. I guess like a couple days ago.
Metal Gear
some
Solid
bullshit?
3, yes, the remake.
Was it 3? Okay.
Yeah, the Snake Eater. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure which one.
I'm on like, I'm very conflicted to like even consider playing the game because Hideo Kojima is not attached to it. Even though they got David Hayter is still the voice of Snake, it still seems very faithful from all like the previews that I've seen. But I'm a Hideo Kojima guy. Like, I want to see him make his games. I don't like that Konami can like remake his shit without his
profit off of it.
yeah, and like without him having any like say so on it. Like even though I really want to play the game because it was like it's a really good game. I don't like that they did that at all. Because Konami right now, I gotta look, but Konami is like kind of in a slump as far as like their games go. Let me just look.
It was interesting that you bring this up. Earlier, I was looking at, I was watching a video about like games that had like cheat prevention things in there.
Yeah.
And there were some games where like if you use a Konami code, it actually would like a character will come up to tell you like to stop cheating. If you did it again, the character will say like, "Hey, okay, one more time," and like that, I want to delete your memory card. You use it again, and it end up fucking completely deleting your memory card. I was like, "Whoa, that's fucking crazy." It was oh god, what game was it? Oh, I can't get a game now. But there's actually a couple of games that were mentioned that had like cheats prevention things built into it. Like one of them was Tomb Raider. Apparently, if there's like a cheat code where you can try to see Lara Croft naked, and apparently if you use that code, she ends up blowing up instead.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I'm just looking it up on Konami's website, and they've been kind of struggle bus for a while. They literally have a game that's called Up Up Down Down Left Right BA, 35th.
What?
And they've got like Bomberman Online. They got some Castlevania stuff. These are like collections. These aren't new games. Yu-Gi-Oh, which I mean, sure.
I guess
you got You got eFootball. Bomberman, which I mean, okay. There's a new Ninja Turtles game, which is okay. That's Ninja Turtle. I got that, and then a Contra game that's like a whatever. Metal Gear Solid 1, the Master Collection, which I mean that's Kojima. And then I think the only real big game they have coming out is called Signy, and it's like a not a side scroller. It's basically like a space shooter game. I don't think it's the kind of game that I would play 100%. Because I used to be huge into these kinds of game, but I don't think it's like a mass appeal kind of game. So like the other games that they have on here are like, just name alone. Let me know if you're interested. Rocket Knight Adventures Resparked, Felix the Cat, Super Crazy Rhythm Castle, WBSC eBaseball, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Duel, Bail or Jail, Amazing Bomberman. Like, do these sound like games you want to fucking play?
No. Oh, they have Silent Hill 2 remake. That's out in 2 months.
That's again, it's like it's a remake. Like there's no like.
I gotta look up this Bell or Jail. That sounds kind of interesting.
I mean,
no.
Are you like a bounty hunter?
If you're a
I didn't know this eFootball because this is season 7 of eFootball. What is this?
I don't know. I don't care to know because I don't like soccer. And yes, I'll call it soccer. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see. Are they hosting an esports thing?
It's just, I don't know. It's just electronic football. That's all it is. Just e-soccer. Okay.
That's hilarious.
This Bell or Jail is an old game. It's like it came out in like 2002.
Oh,
or 2019.
Even worse.
Even further back.
Yeah. So Konami, like you guys, I mean, you let Kojima go. So meanwhile, I'm waiting for Death Stranding 2 to come out and whatever else he's gonna make. I'll play what any fuck. I still want Hideo Kojima to make an actual fucking movie. Because I've said it for like, if you've listened to the podcast for like the past 9 years, Jesus Christ, it's a long time. I've wanted him to make a movie for like the longest time.
Wasn't there? I thought they were making a Death Stranded movie, or was I?
No, him and Jordan Peele are working on something.
They're working on something.
Yeah, so they teased like the most bare minimum fucking shit like a couple months ago. I still don't know what the fuck it is, but they're both of them. They're super excited about it. I'm like, well, fuck. let me know what the fuck. I'm just gonna wait for you guys to drop it and go from there. So it should be interesting. I hope.
You hope.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean it could. I mean a lot. I mean, as much as I like Death Stranding, it's fucking weird. So
I mean,
it's fucking.
that's kind of why I like it because it's so fucking weird.
It's fucking weird.
The premise of the game is basically you're a fucking mail carrier. It doesn't even make sense. Like
you work for fucking for the USPS.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not even there. You work for some weird. It's like a government thing, and it's like a post-apocalyptic.
What do you think UPS
fucking thing?
Isn't USPS the government service?
It is the government. Yeah, it is a government service.
Yeah, but he worked for some weird shadowy government thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
Bridges.
just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? I never finished that game.
Are you serious?
Fucking, yeah, I finally made it to like when it like Tarantino'd out kind of or whatever it popped off where I had like machine guns and shit.
Yeah.
And then, like I was getting fucked up by like the ink whale. I'm like, dude, I can't do this no more. This game's giving me too much anxiety.
Oh my god. I get it.
Yeah, dude, this shit was. Yeah, dude, the baby. So like, when you're in trouble, your fucking controller starts crying and shit because the baby's crying, and like my shit's fucking, it's fucking rumbling, and like the whole game is freaking out because like these creatures that look like glows are coming at me. I got to throw my piss and fucking shit bombs at it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
That sounds like he's joking, but that's literally what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have piss and shit bombs. So.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And blood bombs. Apparently, the blood bombs they do the most damage. It's fucking weird, but still,
it's a weird game, but it is a very fun game. Like after the first I think 2 chapters, I think it is. It's just kind of weird because that's what I just said about.
Chapters.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the first 3 chapters.
When the game opens up is when it becomes sort of enjoyable. But like the first 1, 2, I guess 3 chapters, I can understand.
That's a tutorial.
It's tutorial. Because you gotta worry about weight management. Like you can't carry too much shit, or you can fall over like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You get fucking stuck on slopes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny because when you fall over, you legit fall over, and whatever. If you're carrying sensitive material, that shit gets damaged, and you got to restart the fucking mission. And sometimes it could be way the fuck on the other side of the fucking map, and your car could be damaged from acid rain or some shit fucking blew it up or some shit. And you just gotta you gotta find a new respawn spot for your vehicle or walk your happy ass all the way the fuck back, which could take you 10 minutes.
And it takes a while before you get fucking vehicles. A
little bit.
You're on your feet for a while.
Yeah, I felt like I got the bike pretty early on. I wasn't too tripping, but just as I got in and I felt like I didn't have enough skills or power, or not powers but abilities, I'm going in super dangerous areas. I'm like, dude, anywhere I turn, these creatures float through the fucking walls, and I'm just they're screaming at me, and then the baby cries, and I get sucked into hell. I'm like, what the fuck? It's fucking weird. And then I wake up from you wake up in a nightmare. You wake up from a nightmare. It's that's your respawn point. I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking weird.
It is a very random game. I'm laughing because that's in the game, so it just sounds ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Death Stranding was one of those games where I actually watched somebody else play it all the way through. Somebody on YouTube was playing it, and I watched it. Every time they dropped an episode, I was stuck on the screen just watching them play this game, and it was like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably what weirded me out even more is the fact that it was not multiplayer, but it was multi-community. So basically, if people were in the same area as you, they could make roads and shit around you, even though they can't be in your game. So the world would change based on users building freeways, roadways, even turrets and shit, and they would randomly show up in the middle of your game. I'd be like, what the fuck is happening right now? And it was cool because some people were they would leave messages for you.
Yeah.
So I would you could recharge your car, and they have this message hey, I built this. They have their username. I left you a little something to help you. They leave guns or supplies in these little fucking storage refill units. I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking cool of you, man. But it's fucking crazy. It's weird ass fucking game.
They've been all skibidi. That little smiley face.
Oh my goodness.
There you go, Gen
Anyway.
Alpha, I guess. Was it Gen Alpha or I don't know.
Well, it's a couple years ago, so those words weren't around yet.
I think it's I think it's hilarious is that all of a sudden our generation is becoming like our parents' generation of like critiquing slang, and I'm just like, can you fucking stop? I know we're aging, but shut the fuck up. We don't need to be them. Like, let them have their fucking words. Like, let them have their words. Like,
their words are weird, so we're just old, I guess.
We're not supposed to get it. But also, I mean, I can understand now. I looked it up, like all the words, what they mean. But it's just like, it was the same thing with our parents. But like, let's not be assholes and like shit on them for like having actual words to themselves.
What's interesting is that like we have the internet, so you can look up these words. Where like back in the day with our parents,
you had to ask
us.
Hold on. Let's be very clear here. Back in the day, our parents didn't give a fuck. Like when it came to like slang words, like they didn't give. My mom never walked up to me and asked me like what the current slang. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like that shit did not occur. She was not curious. The only thing she was curious about was like, was I like. It's about like.
Did you do your homework?
Yeah, exactly. Did you do your homework?
You clean your room.
Do you got a baby? No. Okay, we're good. You know.
All right.
Hold on. Let me just. I just gotta say it. Don't be out there fucking them little white girls. Like that was the thing.
Wow.
That's what my mom said. Not me or me to my kids. I want to be very clear. Yeah. But that is definitely things that was said to me as I grew up. And then guess what I did? I fucked them little white girls. I'm just saying. Not little. I fucked them white women. So yeah.
There you go.
So there's a book that you can actually buy on Amazon right now. It's called "Stay Away from Sneaky Snow Bunnies."
Oh shit!
This is a real book.
Shit!
Somebody on TikTok was reading this book and like they were going into the story, and basically it's two black kids, right? And they're like going out into the snow, and these snow bunnies show up, and like the parents warn like the black kid about like, hey, you know, be careful of snow bunnies. They're gonna take your stuff. So like the kids are outside playing, and like the snow bunny shows up, and like they start taking like his glove, his jacket, and stuff like that. And he goes back inside to his parents and like, oh, the snow bunny took all my stuff. And the grandfather shows up. He thought, oh, don't worry, I know how to handle little snow bunnies. And like he leaves and comes back with all the kids' stuff. And then he goes to I don't want to spoil the book, but like he goes into the story of how he was able to get his stuff back from these snow bunnies. But like it's literally like if you know what snow bunnies are, you understand like the reference that its entire book is making. But it's got like 4.7 stars right now on Amazon with like 309 reviews, so it's pretty fucking funny.
You know,
that's wild.
So what I didn't understand when I was a kid is like, why would my parents say this to me? Like this seems very random. Like I mean, they're just people, but in their generation, they saw a bunch of little black boys being accused of sexually assaulting white girls, and they got murdered or tortured and then murdered. So. Now I understand now, like way later on in life, but yeah, that whole situation is just kind of fucked. Yeah.
Indeed.
So the author of the book name is what is it? Sorry, I scrolled down away from it. It's J Star. I can't say who does the artwork.
Wait, what's the name of the book again?
It's called "Stay Away from Sneaky Snow Bunnies."
It's so ridiculous.
It actually came out this year. It came out February 7th, 2024. And it's available in paperback for $11.99.
All right.
But it's pretty fucking funny.
I hope for a time and place where we can not have to worry about that in the future, because it's still kind of a thing.
Snow bunnies. All right, what else did we get into?
Oh, did you guys see the trailer for, what's it,
Sonic 3?
Show?
Oh.
Well, before that, we missed it last week, Secret Level. I know Padre was all super excited about it. I was confused, and then I heard what it was about. I was like, oh, this makes way more sense, and now it looks fucking insanely awesome.
Well,
what is it called again?
Secret Level. So, I want to say that I feel like... I'm kind of mad at Prime Video. I feel like we've been cheated of possibly cheated of the God of War show because they were talking about they're going to make a God of War show, and then if you watch Secret Level, I know that Kratos is part of this, and it's an anthology. It is not a fucking God of War show, so I hope that they're going to make an actual singular God of War show and not just be like, oh yeah, we did this, Secret Level, and he's in it, so that's the God of War show.
The hell, that's not great.
That's what I think is going to happen. But there's like a bunch of other.
I thought Netflix was making a God of War.
No,
right? Or like a series.
It's Prime, Amazon.
This looks good. I'm looking at the trailer right now.
Oh, it looks good 100%, but I still want to see, God of War in like an actual show, not just an anthology. Because in an anthology, he's going to get like a very short episode.
Oh. Yes,
Mega Man's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's about this like quick still telling through, and Kratos was definitely in there.
Yeah, and so is Jin from Ghost of Tsushima. There's a bunch of characters from.
Yeah. From all over gaming. There's like all kinds of shit.
Or even like the what's the name guys are in this? The Splatoon, not Splatoon. I can't think what it's called.
Warhammer 40,000 is in that. Like I think it's like a first like scene. Because when I first watched it, I was like, "Is this Warhammer?" Because it's like definitely Warhammer guys. But yeah, it's part of the anthology. So, and that's another thing where I know this is where it gets kind of weird because I know that Henry Cavill also is doing a Warhammer 40,000 show for Amazon, and so I hope that. Hold on, okay, let me think about it a different way. Either this is just going to be an anthology where it's just very short things and they're done. Or they're going to use this as a launching pad to make the actual shows. So I'm gonna hope that it's the latter, that people are they're gonna see the reactions from these kind of short stories to like various things in gaming, and Warhammer is not really gaming; it's their books as well. But I hope that they use it as a launching pad to make the actual shows and complete the shows. I think that'd be great for Amazon. But also fuck Amazon.
They got fucking Pac-Man in it, so
they do have Pac-Man in it.
And I still pay for Prime, by the way. So you do a service, but also fuck you.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any new announcements. There's something that came out earlier this year, but it doesn't say much details into if it's still happening or not. I mean, it depends on what story they go with. Like, they go with like generation, like God of War 1 and 2 and 3. Like with that, that'll be an interesting story to tell. But then like the newer one where he has like the sun and stuff, that's a totally different world. Because Kratos out there effing bitches, smashing containers for health.
That was the old Kratos. He was like Eminem.
See, something I just learned the other day is that Eminem's new song Houdini, he samples that, like the chorus from a different song, which was also covered by Sugar Ray. So Sugar Ray has a song called what is it called? It's called Abracadabra.
Yeah,
it's called Abracadabra, and the original song is called Abracadabra. And Eminem uses that hook or whatever. I was listening to it. I was like, wow, this is the same song as Eminem. I thought he came up with the song himself, but yeah, he definitely sampled it from somewhere else.
I'm actually not a fan of like his new song Houdini.
Really?
No, it was like, I don't know. There's like a kind of like a time and place kind of thing. Like, yes, it feels like Eminem from like 20 years ago, but also that's Eminem from 20 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? That's not like current. Like it doesn't make it. Eminem from 20 years ago is not relevant today. Like,
agreed.
Yeah, so I don't understand like why he did it. It's cool for nostalgia's sake, but I don't think he gained like a single new follower from this, like a single new like fan, like, and it was and it was released around the time when the Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing was going on, and that was like, to me, like Kendrick Lamar at the time, and even still to this day, he really showed like actual lyrical skill. of like, and not like semi cringy in my opinion. So I thought that was like a weird time to first of all come out with the song, and second of all, like feel like you felt the need to go back to yourself from 20 years ago. Like I think that if you ever felt the need to go back to yourself from like 20 years ago, there's something kind of weird about that because like most people, if you think about yourself from 20 years ago, you should think that you're a better person now. You should. So it just seemed very odd to me of like going back to like his old style and like the old like even like the whole feel like the song. Uh, yeah, it's just it was weird to me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I completely agree. I like to me, and I'd have to sort of look at his discography. But after his first, I mean, 2, 3 albums, is like, okay, I get it. Like you hate you hate Kim,
Yes.
you fucking hate your mom, blah 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 blah. We get it, and you want to kill her. You rapped about fucking throwing her in the back of the trunk, setting her on fire, all kinds of everything or whatever. I get it. And at the time when it popped off in what, like 98, 99, whatever year it was, like we had never heard anything like that before, and it was new, it was fucking unique, it was fucking angry, and it was it was sort of like a sound we hadn't heard before. But it's like I don't feel like he's evolved or he can tell me anything new. Like he hasn't, like, since that, like obviously let me figure out how to word this properly. When Eminem was rapping, he was rapping about his past life, growing up in Detroit, stuff going on with obviously baby mama, his daughter, blah blah blah, mom, X, Y, and Z. And he gave us 2 full albums of the same fucking thing. And then we get to the third one, and I forget what song was on the third one, but I was like, I get it. Like you're saying the same stuff. You're throwing out lyrics that are kind of just simplistic, like kind of. They're not really deep. I mean, they're catchy in terms of like the rhyme scheme, but what you're saying isn't really anything new. But since then, like what has he been able to tell us? Like, you're rich. We know that. Yeah, since you fucking blew the fuck up, you haven't. I mean, I don't want to say you haven't had a problem in the world, but what people hooked on to with that anger and that rage, which got us to fucking be like, yo, Eminem's dope as fuck. Like, those problems don't exist anymore. You're a fucking billionaire, or not billionaire, but fucking multi-millionaire dude, fucking with your own record label, no fucking problems. You're an icon.
Well, and
so
also,
like, what are you gonna tell me that you've done from 2010 to 2023? Like, what has been so fucking great? Except, oh, I'm gonna talk shit about Mariah Carey. I'm gonna talk shit about Benzino or whatever. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Don't really care.
well, and also like from like his core fan base, we've all aged too, and it's like we've all like most of us. I say probably the vast majority of us have improved our lives since then. And we've moved on. Yes, we've probably like most people have gone through ups and downs, but like your trajectory is usually upward leaning if you're looking at a fucking chart. And to kind of go back to like that weird like angsty stage of like 40 something. He's like closer to 50 than I am.
51.
Is he 51?
51.
Yeah, like you can't. You're not angsty at 50 fucking one. Like I'm sorry, like
yeah,
like your life is settled. You have resources, like rap about something else.
I mean, like he put out good song, like what was it? The song with Rihanna, Monster. That's a really good fucking song. I like it.
But that was like 10 years ago.
It's her song, yeah. But it's like, in terms of like him actually rapping and like telling me something or whatever, or like being like a lyricist and like storytelling, like I don't feel it. Like,
but that's kind of how it is with like a lot of like rappers and comedians. Like they all, when they start blowing up, it's like they talk about their struggles and stuff they go through. But then like once you come big, it's like, yeah, you kind of really can't rap about much anymore.
Well, you have to evolve. Like let's like, for example, let's take Jay-Z. Jay-Z has had the ascension to peak level, but he's not rapping about fucking slinging rocks and fucking Marcy projects and shit like that. But what he's talking about is still like it the flow is fucking good. It's like the lyrics are still good, even though he's like dropping like brand names and like Tom Ford and all in this side, whatever. Like I get it because you're not about that. I mean, if he was rapping about fucking slinging rocks and doing this, that, and fucking shooting people and fucking hustle, like no, we wouldn't buy that shit. But when he drops a song, like it's still good. Like it sounds good lyrically, it's good musically, it's good, and it's not like him talking about shit he was talking about in like 1996.
Yeah, so I don't. We're gonna disagree on this. I don't like the current version of Jay-Z. I think it's the reason why he doesn't make any new music anymore, is because he realized that he's out of touch with like pretty much all of his fans. Him going to, and it's at the time I was kind of into it, of like him going to like this super capitalist rap, but then I started like understanding like you are so disconnected from like what made you popular. Like he doesn't even get it. Like you can't sit there and talk about Tom Ford when like literally like what got you to the table was rapping about, you know, like being a fucking drug dealer. Like it's just like there's like a huge disconnect there. But I understand that like once you get to a certain level, yeah, you're gonna get all those things. And like this gets into more about like what he's done to make his billions, probably millions or billions. I'm pretty sure it's with a B at this point. And it has to do with how do I put it without being a fucking asshole? Like once you get to like the billionaire level, you have to fuck a lot of people over. Like no matter how you kind of cut it, you're gonna have to put like profits over people. And I think that him totally misunderstanding that, unlike his, and like not being able to like kind of change with the times, unlike his wife. So like Beyonce has done a far better move of like being, you know, incredibly wealthy, but then still being able to give music to the people. Like look at like her past few albums. Like she's not flaunting her material wealth. She still talks about things that are important to like a common person, like freedom. I mean, she made a fucking country album, which I don't even fucking like country, but the shit was fucking catchy. So it's on the radio. I get it. And she's in like when she did like her whole Lion King thing, Lemonade was great. Yeah, she's making songs that connect with the people. Jay-Z does not. Like Lemonade was about, you know, possibly, allegedly, him cheating on her and then like her sort of like revenge. That's a very fucking common theme. This dude's talking about Tom Ford. He literally made a song called Tom Ford. And don't get me wrong, I fucking like that song. But I don't fucking have.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have Tom Ford anything. Like, and like the vast majority of his audience does not. And so there's like a disconnect there. And that's the reason why if you look at like the last Jay-Z album and you look like the last Beyonce album, like which one's making more money? Who's fucking pushing? Who the fuck is going on, you know, selling out world tours? Is it Jay-Z? No, it's fucking Beyonce.
Right. Like to correct myself, like I'm not trying to say I'm a current fan of Jay-Z, but at least I think Jay-Z knows who he's looking at in the mirror.
Yeah.
And it's not the same person who he was in 1995, 1996,
I agree
or whatever.
Yeah.
He knows he's more of a quote businessman or whatever. He's trying to do fucking owning the Brooklyn Nets and shit like that, trying to make deals with the NFL and shit like that. And he can't be, if he was that hood ass dude that he was, and like he wouldn't even be able to get through the fucking door. And at least he kind of knows that. I mean, yeah, he makes catchy songs, few and far between.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, what name the last good Jay-Z song?
Few and far between. Like
yeah, that's
it's crazy because Jay-Z has never had a solo #1 song. If you look at like Billboard chart records and stuff like that, he has none of them. I think the highest ever one of his songs has gotten is like maybe to 2, but a lot of them has been like 5 and 6, and he's never had a #1 hit.
I have to look it up, because
solo ones.
That sounds accurate.
Like Big was that him or was that UKG?
I think that's him. It's him featuring UKG.
But it's not a solo song though. To his point.
Oh, just okay. Well,
because like Umbrella was number one, Empire State of Mind was Alicia Keys was number one, and Crazy in Love, which he did with Beyonce, was number one. But other than that, like, yeah, he's got nothing on his list.
I have to think what I could.
Oh, let's go to like the top. I'll go to the top 10, I guess, of his songs on Billboard. So yeah, "Crazy in Love" is like his number one song. "Near State of Mind," yep, that's another feature. "Umbrella," Rihanna. Justin Timberlake, "Holy Grail," yeah. "Run This Town," which is Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye West. Yeah. This is not. Yeah,
he puts a hot. He can put a hot verse. He can drop a. Yeah. Like on all those songs, I can almost recite the fucking verse that he drops in it. It's hot.
For sure, yeah.
But I mean, but just a solo song, yeah, I get it.
And this is why he will never be one of the greatest lyricists of all time. So, the great lyricists, they don't need to feature. You know what I mean? I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. So, yes, he does a lot of features, but I think like most of his body of work is way more. I would say it's way more impactful to the culture.
I agree. It's just that you're going to have it. I mean, saying something negative about Jay-Z is essentially you're attacking New York or whatever. Okay. And you're going to have those idiot. Well, I'm with you. But they'll just New York people and those old school New York hip hop heads are just gonna put their fingers in their ears, be like la 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 la. Hip hop was made here, waka waka waka.
Stitch, I got an answer for them. Nas, there you go. I'll just say Nas. There you go. How about that? Just fucking wipe it all away. Nas, we're good.
I got two questions. One they're both for Blue. So you're saying Jay-Z number one hit singles or albums?
Singles.
Okay. So I was saying, I'm looking. I think he has his first one might have been 2009.
That's not about the first, not even about the last. It's about what are the highest what are the highest charted songs that are him solo.
Yeah, and I'm trying to see.
It is
which one.
It gets to like number 4. I think it's Dirt on Your Shoulder, and it's like it's 14.
Oh wow!
And the peak was at position number 5 on the Billboard chart, and that was in 2004.
Yeah, Dirt on Your Shoulder, H to the Izzo.
Yeah, it's a great. Don't get me wrong, it's a fucking great song.
Yeah, they're great songs.
Yeah.
But up above. Sorry, that was number 11. But yeah. Above that, it's like he's like if he's a feature or he has like some other guest artist that is a feature, which still means feature, but yeah. So yeah, sorry to sort of accidentally destroy Jay-Z here, but and you know what's wrong? Another problem that I have, and that's not a problem with him per se, but like a lot of the songs I like from Jay-Z, I don't listen to anymore because Kanye West is in it. And I don't listen to any Kanye West songs anymore. On fucking principle. So I wish I could, because like a lot of songs I like. But I can't with that dude. I can't. The dude, he's got too many passes. He's said so many crazy shit. He's basically got a fucking woman sex slave out here, reckless as fuck in public. Like, can somebody check in on fucking whatever Sensori, whatever her name is, check in on her, please? Can the cops do a fucking like
wellness
check on this woman? Like, please, like she can't be happy. Like, there's no way.
Well, they're married apparently.
So. They're not married.
Apparently they're married.
No.
Everyone's reporting them as married.
Yeah, he said they're married. They're not married. You want to know how I know this? Is because when he said that they were married, he was still married to Kim Kardashian. And you can't get married legally to two fucking people in America.
What's her name?
Something Sensori. I feel bad for her. That's what I will say. Because if you want to be out there with your titties out at a grocery store, I mean, you've made very terrible mistakes in your life. There's children out there, man.
She wears a lot of elaborate. Like I saw her in like an egg.
Yeah, she needs to like stop doing that. Like, I don't like just think about like just kids walking and then seeing a woman with her titties out wearing a full stocking outfit at a grocery store. Like that is not fucking like. If you want to do that shit at your house, good to go. But like, don't do that shit in fucking public. Like, I don't want to explain why she's got fucking nice ass titties in my daughter. I'm just saying.
Wow. My other question was for Blue. You said Eminem sampled who? You say Sugar Ray?
Well, Sugar Ray is a sample from another artist, but the song was called for the song Houdini. It was called
Abracadabra.
What it's called now. Abracadabra, yeah.
So Abracadabra is by Steve Miller, which is an 80s song.
It's the original one, yeah.
Yeah, so, and he actually spoke about Eminem's sample. He said he praised him. So, there you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eminem probably got, like, rights to do it.
He probably got it. Yeah, he had to.
You had to, or else you're paying a lot.
You don't want to be like, who was it? No, Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy is paying, like, Sting, like, $2,000 a day because he used this song.
So this is a funny story because I saw this shit. It was in like Rolling Stone or Newsweek or something. So someone tweeted out about how much P. Diddy was paying Sting, and they said like $2 or $3 grand. P. Diddy corrected the fan and said it was $5,000 a month for that one song.
Didn't like Michael Jackson buy one of like Paul McCartney's or some Beatles type shit?
He bought the Beatles, their masters. He outbid Paul McCartney, and that's what caused the feud between them. I've heard they passed things up before he passed. Not quite sure, but I know the rights revert or someone in his estate sold them after he passed. So, but he bought the masters to the Beatles. That was some stuff.
So Diddy tweeted out that he pays $5,000 a day.
Oh, yeah, it's a day. Okay, yeah.
A day. Yeah. Somebody had reported that it was $2,000 a day, and Diddy said it was $5,000 a day until he dies. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Like that would solve a lot of people's problems. I guess maybe until he runs out of money, but yeah, that's freaking crazy. I know Cronus
crazy. Did he?
Oh,
yeah.
I think he stepped away for a little bit.
That's some crazy shit. I'm still trying to see. So it says Jay-Z had 4 number 1 hits, but I'm trying to see which ones were solo.
None of them were. They were either with Rihanna, Mariah Carey, with Alicia Keys, or with Beyonce.
So the ones that I see is Umbrella, Empire State of Mind, Crazy in Love, and Heartbreaker.
Yeah, Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker, Crazy in Love, and Umbrella.
Those are high charting songs.
But with other artists.
Yeah, they look like his solo songs. Like he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even like featured, like those are the only 4. A lot of like 200 songs in his catalog.
Well, there's a bunch, but a lot of these are high chart toppings. Like he's like the stuff with Justin Timberlake that would chart at number 4. Dirt Off Your Shoulder charted number 5.
Yeah, it's just, again, bro. It's they're fucking features. Like he needs another artist to like.
Well, Dirt Off Your Shoulder was him. That's a solo.
Well, I said that before. That's his highest one. That was like his number 11. Real quick, Zor, her name is Bianca Sensori. Thank you very much. And he says, do you mean yay? And I mean, I guess, because I try to respect, what do they call him?
Oh, yay?
Yeah.
I forgot. I thought he changed his name again. So
no, I try to respect pronouns, but also I don't respect him on a fucking molecular level. So,
damn.
Yeah. Well, I just like, the guy,
I get it.
He said a lot of fucked up shit about Jewish people, and I'm
he
not.
Said a lot of fucked up shit about his own people.
Yeah, I'm not going to stand about Jewish folks, but you can't. What he said, the things that he said, the verbiage that he used, was beyond inflammatory. He deserves to have more than what he is currently experiencing in the form of punishment for the things that he said about Jewish folks. So,
well,
yeah.
he literally said slavery was a choice.
Yeah, that's another thing. And I wanted to make sure that like I'm like one of the reasons why I'm not standing is because I have a huge problem with the whole Gaza thing and Israel. So, but also I would never say any of the words that he used against Jewish people as a whole. And yeah, the whole slavery was a choice thing is fucking incredible because like I could literally, if he said it wasn't a choice, I'm a kind of person that could literally put him in that situation physically if there wasn't like law enforcement and just beat him down every fucking day. Be like, hey, is it a choice? Is it a choice? As I'm whooping your ass, you know what I mean? So he doesn't get that because he's forgotten his roots from when he didn't have money, but now he lives a life of privilege. So he doesn't understand for some reason that you can be put and forced into terrible situations that you do not agree to for a long time or the rest of your life. And I hope that nobody does it to him or nobody that he knows, but it can still happen.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to wrap it up or we lost Prodigy?
He been left.
Yeah, he been
you
left.
just not noticed he left
like an hour ago.
Yeah, he let us know like before the podcast.
But I'm just saying like he usually does the outro or whatever, or not the outro, but
oh, you know what? Stitch can do the outro. I'll give you.
Go.
Oh wow!
Right.
Hold on, I'll give you a second to like think about it, combobulate, write it down. So yes,
you've been listening.
Oh, go ahead. No, you got it. Go ahead.
No, you gotta ask what we're doing this weekend. What we're populating, whatever, all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
So then what you got? What you got? Percolate, populate.
Wait, who'd you ask? I missed the name. My bad.
You.
Oh, me.
Ninja.
Oh, so I'm gonna be living like the Stitch life. The shit Stitch be doing when he be partying and vacation and shit. I'm going to Napa this weekend. So I'll be doing that.
Napa in my life.
Yeah. But you be doing shit like that. Just
you
like
never been? Hold on,
so.
Stitch, you never been to Napa? What the
Dude,
fuck?
I've only been like twice.
I've been.
And I was like recently with the sweetness.
I've been once, yeah. So I've been
nice.
once.
You can get Waco wasted there.
Yeah, that's kind of why they want to go. We're going for a birthday. We're celebrating literally 2 days for one birthday.
Nice.
So we're doing dinner Friday night, and then we're going wine tasting Saturday, and Saturday night we're going to Russian River Brewery. So
nice.
I'm gonna see if I can maybe place my order in person for Planet for President. I don't know if they do it there. They're probably gonna tell me to do it online, but it won't hurt.
So the next Planet for President is gonna be in October, like late October.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, as long as I can order it, like get me like a case or something, if I can do it right there on the spot, probably not. But
it's not until October, but if you can, let me know because then I'll send you some money.
Yeah. I'll literally just text you as soon as I do. I'll be like, let me just do this here.
Yep.
We're going for the pizza because they actually have really good fucking pizza there. So we're doing that shit, and then I plan on getting. I will be getting Star Wars Outlaws sometime this weekend. So I do plan on playing that. So I probably won't play until Monday, and then just like enjoying Napa, drinking wine. Probably gonna get a little buzzed, and then coming back and start my new job life. So yeah, that's it for me.
Well, Ninja, what you got kicking?
You just asked him.
I mean,
it's all good. It's all good, man. You've been gone for a while.
Well, you're a little rusty.
Kronos, what you got?
You need some Vaseline.
You need some. Get that petroleum jelly. Actually, this week has been like one of the best weeks for me for a while. So I'm doing a thing called EMDR. You can look it up. It's called eye movement desensitization reprocessing. So it's mental health stuff, but I made a breakthrough on like Monday, so it's been great. If y'all have ever been through trauma, look up EMDR. If you can find a therapist near you, go to them and do it. I recommend it, but I'm also not a professional, so there's that. it's just doing good things for me. So, other than that, what else is going on? I'm looking forward to working on getting my brown belt soon in jiu-jitsu. So hopefully later on this year, probably in like November-ish, I will do my test for my brown belt, and I plan on competing again for my first time in like 5-6 years at jiu-jitsu at Naga in San Diego. So if you're in the San Diego area, uh, look up Naga if you want to see me compete. I'll be there. Hopefully, I haven't signed up yet, but I'm going to. So I'll be doing gi and no gi, and hopefully I can strangle some people because I enjoy strangling people.
That sounds very.
But not too much because that'd be fucking weird. That's all I got.
And what you got, Lou? What's cooking in the crock pot?
So this weekend it was the Sweetness and I's 7th year anniversary, and so we did our annual. Thank you. We did our annual trek up to South Lake Tahoe, and we had a good time. We had a lot of fun. We went to a new hotel which had a beautiful view of the Lake Tahoe. I was like, what the hell is that name of that lake? Oh, yeah, Lake Tahoe. Or just Tahoe. But yeah, it had a really good view. What was crazy on the way up there, dude, it rained. So we're in summertime. Anybody who doesn't know where we record here in California, and it's summertime here. And Tahoe is like a good 3-hour drive to get there. But like it literally rained like almost a whole drive up there. And it got to the point when we got up to Tahoe, like there was snow on the mountains. Like that because it actually was very cold up there. It was like 40 something when we got there. And then at night it dropped down to the 30s, which is like freezing temperature. So like, yeah, there was snow on top of the mountain, but like literally the day after, like it all like melted away. But yeah, the weather was beautiful after it stopped raining. We had some good food. We did like this. We did this train ride. Like it was a good like hour away. Called we went to I can't remember the name of the city. It's like Vincent City or something like that. It's near the Bunny Ranch. Because on the way there, there was a sign that said like Bunny Ranch this way, and I was like, oh wow, there's the Bunny Ranch. But it's interesting because you kind of forget, like, here in the Bay Area, like it's a lot of like Democrats here, so it's very like kind of neutral. When you start making your way like toward that area, you get a lot of Trump supporters. So there was quite a few of them out there, which was very, very interesting. But overall, it was a lot of fun. We came back, just came home and chilled and stuff like that. But like overall, we had a good time. And Bash had a good time too. Like we went to the beach and he like played in the sand and he seriously enjoyed himself. And he didn't get sick this time because it seems like every other time we went, he was sick. So he was fine this time, which was great. That's it for me. What about you, Stitch?
So pretty much just doing the whole finishing up on Solo Dad Week. It was really interesting though. You brought up the EMDR thing. I'm a part of our peer support team for where I work, and we have this therapy services, and they were actually talking about that at our last peer support meeting about like a month ago, and we get like free sessions. Like I think we get like 6 quarterly sessions, so it's like that's like 24 a year. And during the past month, I've been on a good bit of traumatic calls. 2 weeks ago, I pulled a guy that was dead in a pool or whatever, that had drowned. And then last Saturday, we had a guy who ended up committing suicide in front of us, shot himself in his head. So I was thinking about actually going to just go check that out, just to kind of see like what it sort of does for me and everything. Cause it's always good to just vent. And I always tell people, it's like, you always bring your car in for like regular checkups and stuff like that. And not necessarily because like something's actually wrong. You don't have to have the check engine light on, or car doesn't have to be rattling, but it's always good to just treat your mental health in the same way. Just go talk to somebody, whatever. You never know what might be wrong or what might be like kind of in the back of your mind. And based on what they've said, and I haven't had any experience with it myself, but it seems to be like a really, really amazing like breakthrough in like therapy for like helping people like deal with like traumatic injuries, if you want to use that word, but traumatic incidents and helping with recovery and sort of progressing from that and dealing with things of that nature. So that was something I was actually going to try to schedule when the wife gets back, so I can just go and experience for myself.
Well,
But other than
I recommend.
oh,
So yeah, like definitely do it. It's like these are things that you mentioned like they're like recent to you, but I don't want it to like if you can deal with it now with a therapist, do it, because if you wait like way longer, like shit just fucking it gets terrible. So
yeah,
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 so just knock that shit out now.
yeah, and I always tell people, especially like in my profession, same thing with people like in the military profession as well. It's like we have this culture of like, oh, well, we can deal with it, blah blah blah, whatever. I just move past it and blah blah blah. It doesn't bother me, whatever. Just shake it off, onto the next one. But if it you're human or whatever, you are going to carry that baggage with you no matter what. It's still going to be a memory, and you never know when something unrelated might bring up that past repressed memory, or something might spark it, whether it's like post-traumatic stress or whatever it is. So it's always good to just talk about it, and it doesn't have to be like you're curing yourself from it or anything, but it's just good to just talk about it and to not have that baggage sort of in the back of your head.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm kind of looking forward on doing next week. And then besides that, like I said, I was going to try to go watch the Aliens movie, and trying to plan a trip to Seattle to go watch like a football game.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
living
a fucking Seahawks fan now? What's going on here?
No, well, Niners going to be playing.
Oh, okay, there we go. All
yeah,
right.
yes. Someone's trying to get me to go out there for that, so I was like, maybe I'll do that.
It's nice up there, honestly. Like Seattle's nice.
Yeah,
if
yeah. I went a couple months ago. I went last year actually, and it was dope. I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to trying to go back. When I went, it was summer, so I'd be going in October, so obviously the weather might be more gloomy. But Seattle was a really, really dope area. I loved it.
Very green.
Yeah, beautiful,
a lot
beautiful.
Of trees.
It was a little bit different because we went out there for like the All-Star game for baseball. So obviously they're gonna clean the city up, make it super presentable. Because you hear some things about like, oh yeah, they got this event going on. They're gonna try to sweep the homeless to the side and whatever. So who knows how it'll be? But I mean, I'm still gonna have fun. I enjoyed Seattle for what it was. It was a dope ass city, and I love it.
Awesome. All right. Oh, Ninja, do the thing.
All right. You just experienced Black and Black times Infinity with
Infinity.
with the added Stitch additive this week. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BthanBTI. That's BthanBTI, anywhere you consume your podcast. Just know that every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific-ish time, we go live on YouTube and simultaneously on Twitch. You can see us BthanBTI on Twitch as well. Check out our official website, bidheadproductions.com/BthanBTI. You can email us at bthanbti@gmail.com. We have a Discord server. Let us know if you want to join. You can email us and ask for permission to join. And follow us on all the socials or whatever socials you, I guess, are signed up to. And that's about it.
Real quick, thank you everybody that's watching tonight. We had a very excellent average viewing duration. So thank you.
There you
go. Yeah, and actually a lot of viewers in general. So thanks.
For sure.